Hello there, this is Mr. Finglish and Doggy Hands from Bad English Rex. This is straight for Randall Wheeler's then albums that I have listened 100 times. I don't count them, so a little bit hard. But this is fun because same time I realized that there are so many CDs or vinyl that I'd like to listen more often that I have listened. And same time I also realized, though I like to buy vinyl, often many of my CDs are more often listened. But I can listen them in car and so on, so that might be one reason. I haven't had always as good system as I now have. Like, I remember 20 years ago my system was like this old mini hi-fi system and just vinyl going to aux. No any RIA correction. Everything costs. But I wanted to still have vinyl and listen vinyls, so I had that opportunity also. And I listened vinyls also back then. I had maybe more time even for that back then than I have now. But yeah, anyway, blah blah blah, and let's go through. First one is, many of these is also that I have listened them so much when it was released or when I got it, and this is one of those. I have listened this so many times. I guess I might already know if I listen which will be next song. At least I try to know. There is so many good songs on here, like, let's say, John Bass, Blowing in the Wind, CCR, and so on. But I like it. I like it. That's one. And here's one also that I bought back then, from 1997 I bought this album, and I already liked Eppu Normaali from 80s, and I listened this quite much and over again. Only one song I skipped, and it was Kuolleet kakarat, Death Get Dead, children. That I skipped quite often. They are singing their Death Babies Don't Cry, haven't you heard about post-abort or something like that. Quite hard words. But I like this album, and someone can recognize that style. Let me know if you recognize it and answer. Another one is also from Eppu Normaali. Eppu Normaali plays huge in my life. Even in that point that I haven't listened them so much anymore, because I want to it be the moment when I listen it. It's really stupid. It's really stupid. But that I have felt. I have been trying to get away from it, and I think this is one album that helped me to get it away, or just strong that way. Because I have this also other CD version, and I have also vinyl version that was released a couple of years ago and was mastered for that. So yeah, Eppu Normaali, and I mentioned Eppu Normaali 80s album, 80s, and this was, it's hard to say how much I listened it back then, but yeah, I listened this album quite a lot from vinyl. I have it also on vinyl. This is also, this feels bad because there's so many. Maybe I should have chosen different bands or different artists, but yeah, because this is so huge thing for me. This is more like Ramon, almost like Ramon style punk music, but this is totally different. It's going through to AOR, could I say, that way. This has really good sounds, by the way, at least for my ears. And it's fun because nowadays when I listened it, some riffs reminds me quite much from AC/DC. But this is totally different genre from AC/DC. I can't point any riff now, but yeah. Hard riffs are also at here, and this is 2 albums from Timo Rautiainen Trio Niskalaukaus Metal Music, Lopun ajan merkit, Signs of the End of the Times, Itku pitkästä ilosta, Cry from Long Happiness. That's really Finnish thing. But this I have listened quite much, but I have to say both of them, because I had, this was beginning of 2000, and then there was MP3s and copied CDs was thing, and I have copied this on one CD, both of these, and it was in wrong order. I think it started from some song here, and then came this, and then came other parts. But this wrong order was on that one. I still have it in somewhere, but I haven't listened that version. But this is I know I have mentioned this, but I will mention it again. This is like if you take Candlemass, Pantera, old style like Black Sabbath. It's not anything like Black Sabbath or Pantera, but if you combine everything from that, then you get Timo Rautiainen Trio Niskalaukaus. At least for my ears. Maybe after 10 years I will say something else. This is also that I haven't listened whole album. This is also a cheating little bit. But this is Madonna's Hard Candy. And this is something that I often listen when I listen new sound system, or when I got a new CD player. I haven't showed it yet, by the way, but yeah, I got new CD player, and this was one of the first ones to listen, I think, often when I was, my friend got new speakers, and my first thing was, okay, could you play this 4 minutes? I know many of you don't think like me, but this is one thing, and one other album that I will show soon, maybe next, and some Neil Moores. They are the thing to listen me first. Then I might listen to some more common one to listen from sound system, but yeah. And next one is the thing I always saw on this kind of, for this kind of questions, Alice Cooper Trash, and yeah, No Extra Plane. I have listened it quite much. I think quite much. I listened many times when I borrowed it from library on vinyl. Then Before the Dawn, My Darkness, death metal, not so dead on here one, also made for girls, I would say. Levi and the Leavings, this collection I listened quite much. I think more than anything else from them. I don't know why, but yeah, that's happened. And this is one of my favorite power metal bands or projects, and I have listened this album quite much. Not so much anymore, but sometimes I still love it. But more I like to listen these other ones. I don't know why. I like this album. Maybe because they have made also some other great albums. Well, Alice Cooper have made some better albums. Before the Dawn raised up from here, like really good band, more cruel and more brutal also. But yeah, I don't know. This time this. Next time something that I've been buying. Bye bye.